My brother, my friend, from childhood to adulthood, we have shared so much. And on your birthday, I want you to know how much you mean. Happy brother, happy friend, happy birthday from John and Mary. Thank you, thank you. Happy birthday to the most talented, sexy, witty, intelligent, oh wow, gorgeous husband in the world. Wow, and the whole wide world. It makes me wonder how you ever found a better like, found a better half like me. Love you always.
Daddy, you're going too slow. You're going too proud. You're having fun.
Be quick. Jack jumped over your candlestick. And Lucinda, ooh, some more. Jack being the bond unit at Mother Goose General Hospital. Bond unit.
The barn music.
God bless you always. Love you. Mother Sarah.
Maybe that's the last one. That's the last one.
Well, Dad, my first hero. If I broke it, you could fix it. If I lost it, you could find it. If I was sad, you made me smile. If I was scared, you made me feel safe. If my self-confidence was shaken, you built it up. If I ever needed to know I was loved, you came through with flying colors. You are my first hero, and I will never stop believing in you, or being grateful for you. Happy birthday. Love, Michelle and Don.
That's a nice card, Don.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all, folks.
Now then,
Several things about it.
so I asked people if they wanted to tell a funny story or an anecdote or an abism. So they're going to join you up here and we're going to film it. We're going to make a video. Okay?
Thank all of you.
Stand up and tell them thank you. Stand up and tell them thank you. It's the general coming out. Talk loud. I know you can. Just make the announcement. Thank you.
That's it. Thank all of you. Words don't, my vocabulary is too finite to really express how much I appreciate you. I love
The way you
you.
used to get on us about that, I don't believe it.
Regardless of where you go or what you do, the most important thing that money cannot buy a friend. And I count all of you my friend. I hold you cherishly, dearly within my heart. Thank you for coming. I love you. Will always pray for you, all of you, that you may grow old and healthy. We don't want to do one without the other. We said, well, how old are you going to be? My plans are to live to be 147 and playing racquetball. Yes.
You threw me in the water and said swim?
That was in Fort Knox, Kentucky.
And Mom was going, Abe, she's going to drown. No, she won't. She can stand up. And this is the best one. I always know when to ask Dad for something. It's just as he's going to sleep, because he says yes to everything. I got a 10-speed. I got a new car. And Mom's laying there going, Abe, do you know what you said? And he's like, uh-huh. And he rolled over So I just want to thank you for those things. I appreciate them.
Okay.
So
No rebuttal.
I have so many different stories that you've helped me learn and grow through. I'll just keep it to the life lessons that I learned from.
say your name, she said.
Oh, my name's Keith Walls. I am
The
Keith
youngest,
Walls'
the brat.
youngest son.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, the brat. If you want to say that. The peanut gallery jumping off over here. But I just want to say that this man has taught me so many different things that over the years I've learned. It's taken me a while to learn some, for instances. But I've learned to actually share those with others. And I think that's one of the key points that my father was able to create inside somebody, is that even though you may learn something, it's no good if you don't share it. And so I think that it's really important that as we grow as people, as friends, as family, that we share our learning experiences with each other and with those that we love. And I just want to say, I want to thank you for that blessing, Dad. Thank you. I love you, man. Love you.
Love Maybe all the kids should go first. All the boys.
Yeah, where's Wayne? What's
Say your name.
the question?
You got
Our stories. Our many
You need
stories.
to move over to the sun a little bit.
Oh,
I'm getting
okay.
I'm getting pictures of you like this.
A story. All right. So
Tell us where you
I remember when.
Tell me your name first.
Oh, Wayne, Eric Walls.
Where are you? I say, are you second oldest?
What am I? 1, 2, 4. I'm the fourth oldest. But I remember. I remember when I told Mom and Dad, I wanted to go into the Army. And Dad always had this thing about every Saturday morning we had to wash the cars. And so he was telling me it was in January, and it was really cold for me at the time because I was still Arizonian. It was like 70 degrees, and Dad's like, well, you gotta get up and wash the car. And I was like, well, Dad, why do we gotta wash the car? It's just gonna get dirty. And he's like, well, why do you wipe your butt? You're just gonna use it. And so then he's like, I'm out there washing the car, and I gotta admit my heart wasn't into it. And he's like, and I had already told him I wanted to go in the tanks and stuff. And he's like, let me tell you, it's gonna be cold out there. You're gonna be washing the tank, and you're not gonna want to do it. And I was like, come on, Dad, they're not that stupid. They're not gonna make you wash the tank when it's cold outside. And you know what? It was. I remember sitting in Germany, and we're on the wash rack waiting for it to come up to 32 degrees, so we could turn the water on to wash the tanks. And I'm like, my dad told me this would happen. Yeah, many years before that.
I'm the second oldest boy. I think I have actually two stories. One was when we were all young in the house that we live in now. I said oldest boy, second oldest. Let me see here. Okay, when we first moved into the house and that they live in now, Mom, she used to always get us the Tonka trucks because we love the Tonka truck. I think she liked them too. She'd actually watch us out there. Well, Dad had been gone for a little while, and we ended up strip mining the backyard. We didn't have any grass yet because the house was, just built, and we had literally re-leveled the yard. And he came out there and he looked and he's like, and I was thinking, I'm like, we probably really made a mess back then. I thought he was really going to be mad. He just came out there and he looked and he says, you guys know you're going to move all this dirt back. And But one of the things I guess over the past couple of years, as you get a little bit older, some things become more important to you when you have a father and everything. I think one of the things that I really learned about him was when I was in the Navy. And I came home, you know, and I was pumped up and everything. And back then, at that time, everybody was burning the flags, burning the American flag. And, you know, they were trying to prove their point, you know, trying to get their point across by burning the flags. And I thought, this is ridiculous. You know, these people are doing this, that's not American. And he was calm about it. And I said, Dad, come on, you served 2 tours in Vietnam. Doesn't this bother you? And he says, that's why I went to Vietnam. And he says, as long as I don't take my flag off the house, those are expensive. And I thought, wow, you know. So I guess that's a very tempered perspective that he's given me on something that you had to sacrifice so hard for, but still have that you know, it has to be my way because I sacrificed everything. He always looked at things real logical like that, and I like that.
I'm the 6th child. I'm your 6th child.
Number 6.
6.
I like it.
I'm Sandy Walls. I have lots of stories. 'Cause I didn't have a dad really. I don't blame him at least. So this has been my dad. So my first one is Abe scared me to death for the longest time. Not really scared me, but I just didn't think he was so nice. And then we'd come over and I'd ask Wayne, I was like, does your dad ever smile? Like, will he smile at all? And Wayne's like, he smiles. I'm like, no, I don't believe you. He does not smile. So I don't know what I was saying. I don't know what I did, but Abe laughed. And all I could do was stop and turn around and say, you have teeth! And then he laughed more. And I could not stop laughing because he had teeth and I saw them. And so that's like been one of my first things that I think about with Abe, because he just was so serious all the time. Everything was so serious. And so teeth it was the greatest thing. And then he smiled all the time after that. And then one of the things he was so adamant about with us young kids was we needed to know how to take care of our cars, change tires, do these things that nobody teaches our kids anymore, I'm sure of it, and we need to know how to do these tires. So as I was leaving, a lecture that I got often, leaving your guys' house in the middle of the night, what if something happens to your car and you don't know how to take care of it in the middle of the night? As my car breaks down in the middle of the night with a flat tire. Well, we know how to change tires in the middle of the night because Abe has taught me how to change tires in the middle of the night on the heaviest cars ever. So he knows these things. He's taught me these things, and I now pass this around to my kids. And you do? Brittany knows how to change tires. Tasha knows how to change tires. I have been able to go help their friends change tires. And these have been, I have had 3 blowouts on freeways. I know how to change tires because he cared enough to make sure I knew how to take care of these things. So these are things that people do not think of, and even though I thought it was the most annoying thing he said to me all the time, it was one of the greatest things he did for me. And one of the other things is he makes sure people figure things out on our own. He will guide us and help us figure out the way we need to go, but he never gives you the straight answer. I don't know. Things are always changing. You need to research that. Am I right?
It's life.
It is. And so now we know how to do this, and I think it is great. And so you always know you need to keep up with things. And I think it's great.
Thank you.
And I love you.
I love you.